Hey basketball players, today I'm gonna be coming at you guys with a Q&A. Ask you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram story. I'm gonna be answering some of those questions today. We're gonna be covering a lot of stuff basketball training related, as well as NBA related, who's gonna win the championship, all that stuff. So make sure that you guys leave a like on the video before we begin. And let's get into these questions. First question that I got today is one that's asked all of the time, and it's, how do I get better at shooting? Look, shooting is something that is gonna need to be continually worked on throughout your whole entire basketball career. You're always gonna be able to make more shots, and you're gonna make little tweaks and adjustments that can help you become better. But really, if you're on the ground level and you want to just become a good shooter, there's nothing that's more important than reps. Technique and your form down, you need to be able to shoot 250 to 500, not shoot, make 250 to 500 made shots every single day. I'm telling you guys, quantity is your friend here. Make sure you guys get shots up. Now, obviously, like I said, your technique has to be down. You have to be able to keep your elbow slightly pointed in. You have to be able to follow through all the way. You have to be able to know your difference between a one motion shot and a two motion shot and when to use either of those. I can make a video about that, but ultimately you guys have to understand that reps are your friend here. You're not gonna get better without getting reps. Next question I have is combo dribbles or blow by? And you guys already know what my answer to this question is gonna be. I would rather you make one move and blow by your defender than do a bunch of combo dribbles. Combo dribbles are great for workouts. Up to a defender and doing crazy moves is not gonna do much for you. We've all seen players who do that, and it typically doesn't really work out in their favor. Be simple with your game. Make a move, they cut you off, retreat, make a pass, retreat, make another move and attack again. Giving one move and having that sharp change of pace to blow by is what's gonna get you by your defender and allow you to make more plays. Question number 3, how many years have I been hooping? I've been playing basketball, or I played basketball, since I was in about 3rd or 4th grade. So that's really when I started playing. I really started taking basketball serious when I was in the 8th or 9th grade. That's when I really tried to play. I really tried to improve my game and say, I want to play in college one day. I'm going to put in the necessary work and take the necessary steps to get there. I've loved basketball ever since I was little, but really started playing when I was in 3rd grade. So right now I'm 22, so that means a 3rd grader is about 7 or 8. I've been playing for about 14 years. The next question I have is, how do you dominate at tryouts? I've made a video about tryouts that you guys can check out right here. But really, dominating at tryouts is a subjective question. There's a lot of players who dominate the boards at tryouts. There's a lot of players who dominate on defense at tryouts. You can be dominant in different ways. Dominant scorer. You can be a dominant playmaker. There's a lot of different things. So it's really just picking stuff that you want to highlight to the coach and being able to do those things and excel. And it comes down to doing what the coach wants and doing what the coach needs. If the coach needs a shooter, you need to be able to knock down your shots. As simple as that. Being dominant is not easy, but you just have to work on your game and put yourself in situations like tryouts so that way when you get there, it's gonna be easier. Against better and better competition, it's gonna be easier and easier for you to excel. There's no real secret or switch that's gonna help you dominate at tryouts other than calming your nerves, being confident, being prepared, having your skill work done, been playing in games, and that's how you're really going to excel and dominate. Next question, what is the worst injury of my career? Got 2 things for this one. First one is kind of a funny one. So when I was 9 years old, I was obsessed with trying to dunk the basketball. Obviously on a short basket, I wasn't dunking on 10 foot or nothing. But when I was 9 years old, I put a cooler out right in front of the basket because I wasn't jumping high enough to be able to dunk it yet. But on the 7.5 foot basket, I jumped off of the cooler, went up to dunk, I slipped backwards, I land on my arm, and I broke it. That was crazy. My mom was super mad. My bone was almost sticking out of my arm. I had to go to the ER, I had to get surgery, I had to get pins in my arm and everything. Obviously that put me out for 6 weeks or whatever. Had to get the cast on and everything. It was awful. So that was probably the worst injury of my career. Thank God it was when I was 9 years old. But other than that, I've been very blessed as far as my health as a basketball player. I know a lot of people have torn ACLs, they break bones, they do a lot of things, and I've been so blessed to not have those crazy injuries. A lot of sprained ankles in my career. I've had my hips, my hip flexors have been pulled. I've done some things like that, but really no real serious injuries. So I thank God for that. Knock on wood, it does not happen. I really hope I don't tear my Achilles or something, but you know, it might happen, and that's okay. But yeah, for all you guys going through injuries right now, keep it pushing, keep your morale up. I know everybody has injuries, everybody has things that get them down, so make sure you keep yourself in high spirits and know that you'll be back out there, whether it's 6 months from now, a year from now, a month from now, whenever. Just keep your spirits up, keep trying to improve yourself in some way every single day. If you got a torn ACL, you can be dribbling by yourself on a chair. If you have a torn Achilles, you can be doing the same thing. You know what I mean? You can be watching film to get yourself in that basketball frame of mind and get yourself right that way. There's a lot of ways to improve yourself that don't have to be physical. So please keep your spirits up, and you will be back on the court soon. Next question. This is for the 2021 NBA playoff. Who's winning the championship? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't been watching as much ball as I used to, just because I'm teaching, I'm training players every single day, I'm making content on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm taking a lot of time out, so I'm not watching as much. But from what I've seen so far, man, it's probably gonna be the Nets. They are elite, man. I mean, KD's just been playing out of his mind. The Nets are really, really good. They'll probably win the chip. If I'm going to take somebody out of the West, all those teams are really good in the West. Top to bottom, the West is really, really good. But I don't know if the Jazz just can do it. The Jazz would be my pick coming out of the West, and I'm just not sure if they're going to be able to take the Nets. So we'll see what's up. I love Luka. He's been killing it too, but we'll see if he's able to bring him out the West. But it's probably not going to happen with his supporting cast. So I'm definitely going to say it's going to be Jazz versus Nets, and I think the Nets are going to take the championship. And then lastly, we have a question. What is the best way to get better at shooting threes? Like I said earlier, shooting is something that you need to get a ton of reps in. If you're trying to extend your range, so you're like a 7th grader, 8th grader, and you're trying to extend your range behind the three-point line, a lot of that has to do with your shooting form. Have a smooth one-motion shot. That's going to allow you to shoot with much more range than if you have a 2-motion shot where you bring it here and shoot it. A lot of players who are younger don't have the strength to get the ball up from right here. So you need to lower your set point right here, like Dame Lillard or Steph Curry. Those guys have their set point lower when they shoot from deep, and they have a smooth one-motion shot, getting their legs into it, having it all go one from your toes all the way up through your follow-through. That's important. Using more legs is very important, but really having a one-motion shot, using more legs is the best way to increase your range to threes. And then it's just getting shots up after that. It's just getting your reps in, like I said a second ago. So that is the best way to get better at shooting threes. If you guys enjoyed this Q&A, I'm gonna continue to do these maybe once or twice a month. I really want to answer your guys' questions and give you guys my opinions on certain training things. This one wasn't very personal or about my personal life, but you guys can ask me things about my personal life or my business life. That's all fair game. Again, everybody asks me questions on Instagram, so make sure you guys follow me here at JQ Basketball Training. I post workouts, I post tips, I post workout footage. I post it all on there, so make sure that you guys are checking it out. Again, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe so that way I can keep putting out more videos. Let's continue to grow it. Let's get to 3,000 subs. That would be awesome. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys in the next video.